welcome everyone. Noah here on the Dynamics Weekly newsletter and podcast. This is a special series of podcasts about Dynamic Communities Community Summit, which is scheduled for October 19th to the 23rd in Orlando, Florida. Here it is, already the 24th of June, so this will be here in really no time at all. Summertime is already slipping by fast for us. We have registration open on the Summit site, so if you are thinking about registering, jump out to their website, SummitNA.com, check out the registration options, and if you're looking at classes, class registration is separate for Academy, so keep that in mind. There's two registrations, one's for Summit, and then one's for Academy classes. And up until Summit, we'll be talking with Academy class and session presenters leading up all the way to the conference. And today, we have Jenny Cuevas with us. Jenny, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yep, glad you can make it here with us. You are our 16th session recording interview with for Summit coming up. So welcome to the list of people here.
Thank you. That's cool.
Yep, it's adding up fast. So I figure we'll just talk about, start off with a little bit about your bio and your company you're with. You are Principal Functional Consultant at Argano?
Oregano. Yes.
Argano, okay,
Yeah, I
Argano.
always say it's kind of like the spice, oregano.
Yep,
Oregano. There you go.
gotcha.
Yeah, I've been with Argano as a principal functional consultant for a couple of years now. Been working in the dynamic space for many years. Started out as an end user and then moved into consulting. And so this session was really kind of came from when I was coming up through the ranks as a consultant. And so the session I'll be teaching at Summit is called Cloudflow Basics for Dataverse, What I Wish I Knew as a First Timer. And so I have a real passion for kind of teaching new consultants new skills. And this was one of those things that I thought, man, I wish somebody would have told me these things when I started building Cloudflows myself. And so I just wanted to kind of bring that to Summit, and we can dive a little bit into what's going to be in that session if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, and I do have it. I'll jump over to that one. Yeah, you got the title there, Cloud Flow Basics for Dataverse. What I wish I knew as a first timer. This is a set up as a breakout session, which they're targeted for like 60 minutes presentations, and you're aiming for the intermediate users. Maybe a little bit of some of the highlights people are looking at for that session there.
Yeah, I think any functional consultant can learn to build pretty basic cloud flows. And so that's what I wanted to introduce here is, get your hands dirty, jump in there. There's lots of things you can do that are basic cloud flows that you're building simply based on Dataverse data. So, simple automations like, if I change a stage on a business process flow, I want to create a follow-up task or, things like that. So this section is basically going to go into the basics, like what are the components of a cloud flow? What are all the things I can do on a trigger? What is the syntax for that? What are some of the basic actions that I can build into my cloud flow? Why would I choose a condition versus a switch? How to use variables, listing rows and all the fun things about querying rows there and how to filter those out, make it run faster, right? Apply to each and just all the common things that I think most functional consultants can jump in and do. We don't always need a developer or technical resource to do some of these things. So I just want to empower those citizen developers to really get in there and learn how to do this.
So is your audience mainly the partners?
No, this can be end users too. There are many end users that are building their own cloud flows and maintaining their own Power Platforms. And so this is not just for partners, this is for end users as well.
And when you mentioned the end user side of this, is that would it be accountants? Would it be IT teams there locally?
It would likely be someone who's your system administrator or potentially someone on your IT team that would do something like this. I wouldn't imagine that there's like a business leader jumping in here and writing cloud flows.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you are presenting this solo, huh? Just you for this session?
Just me for this time. Yeah, I've got a couple of other colleagues from Argonaut that are presenting some other sessions at Summit as well. So we'll be there together.
Awesome. And have you done a session or sessions similar to this before summits?
I have never taught a session at Summit. I
Okay.
attended Summit last in 2016 as an end user, and I loved it. And I became involved in the community after that. And I actually led the user group for the Dallas-Fort Worth area for a little while. And
Yep.
so I was presenting a lot at those user group sessions, obviously with clients and also with consultants in my practice. We're doing education type sessions. And so I'm presenting this type of thing for those, events. But this will be my first time at Summit.
Awesome. First time at Summit, but and the last time you were at Summit was 2016, so that's been a while back, huh?
It's been a while, and I was really there just as a consumer, like attending the sessions and learning. I was kind of working in a business analyst, project manager, system admin type of role for an end user.
Hmm.
And so I was learning kind of all the cool things, dynamics related at the time, just building my skill set for my own organization.
Gotcha. And I forget where summits were before 2016 and before, but have you been down to the Orlando one before?
I have not been to this conference center in Orlando for Summit, but I have been there for a different conference. It was a business conference. But Summit in 2016 was in Tampa at the convention center there. So still Florida, still
Yep.
sunny. It was great.
I was at that for Tampa. There was a boat ride we all went on out of the harbor for a little bit for one night. It was a really good convention that year. Had a good time there. But that was, yeah, a while back. Gosh, time does fly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think all of these conferences just have a really good energy. So, I mean, everybody's there to learn, everybody's there to help each other. So I think everybody ends up having a good time. If you're able to go, I would definitely check it out.
Awesome. And will your company have a booth in the expo hall?
Yeah, we certainly will. I don't know our booth number yet, but yeah, come find me, stop by.
That's okay. We can put it on our comment section. It'll be on the website. It's probably already
Awesome.
on the SummitNA.com website there.
I'm sure it
So
probably
we'll,
is.
yep. And you've got that session that's going to be during the week for Summit. They don't have the schedules yet posted, but I'm sure the mobile app and the schedule will be probably sometime in July,
Right,
so people can check out the days and times it's going to be posted to,
right.
unless you've heard differently.
No, I haven't seen a schedule yet. I did want to mention though, I noticed that it's got the ability level listed here as intermediate. And I think the reason that I selected that was if you're brand new to Dynamics, brand new to Dataverse, this is probably not the session for you. But if you have
Hmm.
some familiarity and you kind of understand the use cases for automation, I think this is where you want to be. So new to writing cloud flows, but not necessarily new to Dataverse or Dynamics.
Okay, good catch there. Thank you. If people have questions for you about your session or this topic before or after, what's your preferred method for them to contact you?
They can reach out to me through LinkedIn. I do check
Okay,
messages there regularly, so that's not an issue.
good deal. And the mobile app will probably have a messaging piece to it as well.
Yeah, I think
But
I
and
shared
that,
my email address through the Summit profile, so you could reach out by
okay,
email as well.
okay, good deal. Well, I am certainly looking forward to the trip down there. I'll be coming in probably the Friday before. I've got classes on Saturday and Sunday before Summit actually starts. Stick around and try to catch your session and a bunch of the others. And they do have a very lengthy list of sessions for Summit. It's amazing how much they can pack into less than 1 week, even.
Yeah, definitely do some planning ahead of time. Look at the schedule, plan out which classes you want to take. You'll have to kind of sometimes choose between some sessions that are happening at the same time. So read the summaries, read who's presenting. Just try to, they have tracks I think available where you can say, this is kind of my role, and they can suggest classes, but definitely do some planning ahead of time. Don't show up the day of and think you're going to figure it out, because there's a lot going on.
Right, plan ahead. So, and tracks you mentioned, this one's your session is under the tracks for automation as well as development and architecture.
Yeah,
And categories, it's listed under Dynamics 365 CE/CRM and Power Platform.
awesome.
Yep. Awesome topics there. Um, you are going to be down with your co-workers for this one. I guess you'll be there whole week. You flying down for the golf tournament on Saturday?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be coming in on Sunday, and then I'll be there through the week. I think I might leave on Friday though. So I'll probably stay through the
Yeah.
last day of Summit. Yeah.
Yeah, they do have sessions that even they have some academy classes on Thursday as well. So
Oh,
you'll
that's
have a lot of
cool.
people still in the area.
Yeah, I know
And stick around.
sometimes. Go ahead.
hmm I said, and stick around and catch some Disney time.
I know, that's a great idea. Yeah, I think
Uh,
usually people start kind of departing on Thursday afternoon. But yeah, there's still a lot happening on Thursday, so don't miss out on that.
yep. And you were in the Texas area around Burleson?
I am, which is just south of Fort Worth. So I'm in the
Okay.
Dallas-Fort Worth area. Been here most of my life. It's a great area if you haven't visited. The weather's good.
And are you still working with the regional dynamics groups there?
I am not. So with
Okay.
the community groups, they have to be end user led. And so when I moved into consulting on the partner side, I wasn't able to lead the community group anymore. And there
hmm
wasn't an end user that stepped up and wanted to take my spot. So currently we don't have a user group in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Oh, it's such a big area not to have one. That's
I
surprising.
know. And we had such a great group of regulars that were showing up. It was really fairly easy to lead. I mean, all you were really doing was coordinating a place to meet, maybe some food, and they gave a budget for that, and then
Yeah.
some speakers. And a lot of times I would just reach out to people in the Dynamics community, either via LinkedIn or people I had met at previous meetings, or people who had spoken up about an issue they were having maybe during a meeting, and just said,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, are you interested in presenting next time? I think everybody would probably like to hear a little bit more." It was not hard to get speakers. So hopefully somebody will start that back up soon.
Well, if any of our listeners are from that area and you're interested, contact Dynamics Communities and see if you can get that started back, because it's a shame to let that go. It's a great option for local areas to get the people in the area together for discussions. So,
Yeah, and it actually doesn't have to be in person. There are some user groups that meet virtually only. So it could
mhm.
be just virtual, and I would love to help. Partners are still able to help run the user groups. They just can't be the primary leader.
Okay, gotcha. Nice, nice. So we have that coming up in October, everyone. So if you get a chance, if you haven't already registered, check out SummitNA.com for registration options. Um, Jenny, anything else that I need to add before we wrap up today's call?
No, I'm looking forward to meeting you in person when I'm there.
Yep, I'll be down there. And I just want to say that we all appreciate you joining me today. It's always great to share with our audience news about upcoming events like Summit. And to all of our listeners out there, if you get a chance, try to meet up and introduce yourself to Jenny in person. It's always great to meet new people and to associate an actual face with an email address or a LinkedIn account. So if you get a chance, um, see if you can say hello in person, maybe at the booth, if not the session.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've had just one-off conversations with people that I've met in this community. And then it'll be, we'll connect on LinkedIn, and then a year later or something, I'll be having a problem on a project and I'll remember having this conversation with someone that had a similar issue and I'll reach out to them and it's so helpful. It's helpful to have a network. So yeah, please introduce yourself to me. I'd love to connect.
All right, Jenny, thank you so much. Hopefully, all of us will see you in Orlando. So, everybody, uh, uh, get that lined up for October. It'll be here in no time at all.
Yeah, thanks,
All right,
Noah.
Jenny. Yep, you have a great week.
Okay, bye.